Our Constitution requires me to present a statement to Council, which I'm honoured to deliver this evening. We're just about to start year 3 of this administration, and the AGM is a good opportunity to reflect on the past year, but also to look forward to the promise of another challenging year. But first, I want to acknowledge the passing of 2 district councillors, Lee and Peter, who between them served their constituents and this council extremely well. Peter worked hard as a councillor for 10 years. He was always honest and open in his dialogue with me. Everyone had a huge amount of respect for him, and we miss his contribution. Lee had only been a councillor for a short time. She had an infectious smile and worked hard for many charities that she'd been involved in. She'd been a committed councillor, and we share our condolences with friends and family. Thinking about the budget, much has been said locally about finances, and there surely can't be anyone in the land who's not aware of the pressures that all local authorities face, and Mansfield is no different. Our funding from central government has steadily reduced from 10.3 million in 2011-12 to 5.14 million for the year we're about to start. And by 2020 we've been told it will disappear altogether. During this past year, the Council's been working hard to lessen the impact of these reductions, and we've again produced a balanced budget despite last-minute, and it was quite literally last-minute, raid on our revenues by the County Pension Fund, which required us to provide a further £721,000. A combination of improved efficiencies, cost reductions, and all-round effort by everyone at the Council meant that we were able to respond to this challenge and still produce a balanced budget. And we were still able to announce 0% tax increase as far as the Mansfield District Council element was concerned. Income regeneration has become more and more important. A combination of several initiatives have meant an increase in our partnership working, and most notably the creation of what we refer to as our hub. It's led to shared costs with improved services, benefits for all of us living in the district. The investment in the new CCTV system has already paid dividends, with the service being used by other local councils who are paying for this on a commercial basis. Locally, the fact that the police are inside the civic centre and working more closely with the council's wardens is proving beneficial, with better communication and better response times. Our brown bin initiative has also shown positive results, with more than 22,000 homes now paying for the service and generating almost £500,000, with some residents taking a second bin. The arrival of the DWP later this year to share our office space will further reduce the operation costs for the council. With regard to housing, despite too many delays, we've launched Mansfield Homes Company, and it's going to be an important project for the council in the years ahead as we strive to ensure a good balance of housing stock across the spectrum, from affordable houses that will suit every pocket to top quality housing that's so crucial for businesses looking to relocate to the district. Our housing company will be at the forefront in meeting this challenge and will create surpluses that will be used to benefit everyone in the district. Already we're meeting the target set for us. In 2015, 389 homes were delivered. In 2016, the final figure will show we achieved 386, and this year I'm confident that we're on target to deliver 376 new dwellings. We've seen development at Poppyfields, Plesley Gateway, and now Town View, which is coming on apace. But a related issue, and something that I've asked our officers to work on, is a scheme designed to help those who are unable to get on the property ladder simply because they don't have a suitable deposit. All too often we hear stories of people being able to meet the earning requirements to get a mortgage, but they don't have a deposit. I mentioned this initiative to the Housing Minister, Gavin Barwell, recently, and he was very supportive of the idea. So officers are working on a proposal that will come to Council in the near future. This will allow the Council to provide low-cost loans to meet the deposit required. If successful, many local people will be able to buy their first home and continue to live and work in the district and contribute fully to our community. Awards. Well, all too often we're guilty of talking down our own district, and it's easy to be negative. But it's time for us to stand up for the district. This past year, Mansfield has retained its green flag status for many of our parks, and once again been given the purple flag for our town centre. Add to that the many awards given to our staff for their professional work. We have much to be proud of. Some of the awards are on the table for you to peruse. Our most recent success was to win the Shared Learning Award for 2017 from the National Institute for Healthcare Excellence, NICE. And that was for our ASSIST programme, getting people out of hospital and back home, a real feather in Mansfield's cap. Let's start shouting about the positive things that we're achieving in the district. Let's all work hard at those things that need improving by listening to the issues and working to find solutions. The town centre. We've just passed the first anniversary of the relaunch of the market, and despite considerable opposition to the move off Westgate onto Marketplace, all the signs are that it was a popular move with the majority of traders and, most importantly, with the public. We have more stalls, increased visitors, as demonstrated by the significant increase in car parking use, a small increase in income, and just recently improved street furniture on Westgate, all adding up to a better shopping experience. The council also took the decision to paint all of the street furniture, despite this being the responsibility of the county council. It's our town and we want it to look attractive and welcoming. And I understand that the BHS store has now been let, and that's great news and some compensation for the post office moving off Church Street. Of course, we do have issues, not least is the antisocial behaviour by a small, often drink-related minority, with the issues surrounding rough sleeping, which are all too often exaggerated out of all proportion. But these issues are being dealt with by the enforcing of the PSPO, which was put in place last October. And this is where the work with the hub and with the police and our wardens is really starting to have an effect. The news that we're going to have a Christmas market must surely please many people who often travel away from Mansfield to enjoy similar markets in Nottingham and Lincoln. This year will be the first step in establishing this as a permanent feature in December. The council played a part in supporting the bid in County Council in the application for Heritage Lottery funding, which resulted in a grant of £921,660 to help bring life back into Leeming Street. The additional plans to bring the Old Town Hall back into use are in an advanced stage, and we can look forward to ground floor, small indoor retail units, the old council chamber being brought back into use as a public space for public meetings, perhaps weddings and conferences, and both the bid staff and the town's council markets team once again being located in the heart of our town centre. So a lot to look forward to. As I said in the beginning, we're under huge financial pressure as a result of government cuts, but we're up for the challenge. For some time now, we've been making substantial investments in the property portfolio, and it now stands at 22.4 million and is bringing a return of 1.5 million in rental income. That's an impressive 6.47 yield that allows us to keep council tax frozen, maintain important local services. And it's worthwhile noting that we have significant local property investments across the district. They're worth 53.9 million and also generating 2.9 million rental income, and that's a yield of 5.54%. Last August, the Council appointed a commercial sales manager who has a specific remit to generate additional income of around £500,000 by 2020. And this is through increased commercial activity, utilising our existing services such as trade waste, CCTV monitoring, sponsorship opportunities at the Palace Theatre and at our market. I'm delighted that I've been able to set up my first commission that will look into all things Allsop. It is my intention, or it was my intention, to start this after the county elections in May. However, the general election was called, and therefore it won't happen until after June the 8th. For far too long, residents of Allsop have felt that they've been ignored and they've not had their fair share of available resources. During the next 6 months, those invited to serve on the Commission will have the capability of looking at all of the issues and, importantly, making recommendations for the District Council and the County Council to consider as their budgets are being prepared for 2018-19. I can also announce that I'm going to set up a second mayoral commission to look into the health and well-being of everyone in the district. It will also have an opportunity to make recommendations across the whole health agenda. And finally, I'm naturally an optimistic person, but in presenting this statement, I've been realistic in what we've achieved together as councillors, officers, staff, with our partners in the district. We have much to be pleased about, and the challenges we face will be overcome by working as a team. And TEAM stands for Together, Everyone Achieves More. Thank you very much.